Good morning, I'm Clinton Griffiths. Recent rains have done little to help put a dent in the drought conditions in the Corn Belt. The latest drought monitor showing drought is continuing to expand across portions of Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. Now it shows that just over 27% of the country is in some sort of drought. That's up slightly from the previous week. And you can see where the issues are growing right now in the central part of the country. And that means that now 70% of the corn crop is in drought. That's up 6% from the previous week, along with 63% of the soybean crop, also up 6% from the week before. And we've been asking farmers their thoughts about overall crop production and yield potential as drought conditions grow. A recent AgWeb.com poll finding 61% of those who responded are getting more worried by the day when it comes to corn yields. 25% aren't sure, and only 15% say they are feeling good about current yield potential. Nationally, wheat harvest is running behind. Now that's largely because major wheat producing areas that suffered through drought this winter are now seeing relentless rains. The only states running ahead are North Carolina and Missouri. Farm Journal's Tyne Morgan hits the fields to see why wheat harvest is happening at such a rapid pace.
Well, in the past few years, wheat really has not been a popular crop to grow in areas like Missouri. But just like other parts of the Midwest, wheat prices did attract more acres this year.
The rhythm of wheat harvest is sweeping across western Missouri after a multi-year void on the Nails family farm.
The last time we planted wheat was probably 6 years ago.
Just like other farmers across the Midwest this year, the Nails decided to give wheat a try for two major reasons.
Summer income and the price was pretty attractive as well.
Nails says only about 10% of their acres were covered in wheat this winter, a decision that's paying off on the good ground.
The yields on the good dirt, the heavy dirt, have been really good. The lighter soil has struggled. We were dry at a crucial time, and lighter soil really struggled this year.
So what's considered good here? 60 to 70 bushel per acre winter wheat.
We did have some wheat that was running 80, 90 bushel on the good dirt, but on the lighter dirt, 30, 40 was catching most of that.
And for neighboring farmer Tom Waters,
I like to grow wheat. I like cutting wheat. Wheat has kind of a bad reputation in our area. A lot of people have moved away from it and don't like to plant it, but I still like to plant it. I fertilize the heck out of it and just figure some of that fertilizer is good for the beans too.
With a heavy dose of fertilizer across their winter wheat, it's showing up in their yields.
We're probably normal, maybe a little above. I think this field's probably going to be between 80 and 90 bushel, so can't complain about that.
A bit of a surprise considering Missouri has seen drought, but it's also prompting wheat harvest to see an earlier start and finish.
Maybe a week early. I like to cut the last week of June usually, so we can get the beans planted in a timely manner.
USDA says 69% of Missouri's winter wheat crop is already harvested, 18 points ahead of the average pace. And while wheat harvest will wrap up before July 4th, dryness is now starting to sprout concerns about summer crops.
We were blessed with a couple nice rains, but it seemed like it shut off now.
Showers have been spotty, but enough to aid this year's wheat. Now Waters hopes that rains will come just in time, creating big yields with his double crop soybeans too.
Normally I say 35 to 40 bushel, but we can beat that if conditions are right. So if we get 80, 90 bushel wheat and 40 bushel, 45 bushel beans behind it, it works pretty good for us.